Hi everyone, this is Fiona with the Coupon Boutique, and in this video I'm going to show you several ways on how to conserve water in your home. Now, your water bill should never be like a car note every month. So if your water bill is $100 or more or $50 or more, then you definitely want to check out this video. So these are some of the ways that I've been using. You can custom whatever I'm going to show you, customize it to your family, okay? Because water should be like the very least expensive thing in your home as far as paying on a monthly basis. For myself, when we were a family of four, our water bill was in the $30 range. Now it's just the children and I. It's in between $15 to about $22 a month. So these techniques, they actually work. Again, do some of them, do all of them. It is completely up to you, whatever you're comfortable with. Before you do anything, you have to check your house for leaks. And if you have a leak, get it fixed immediately. So I'm going to show you places that you would need to check for leaks. And then after that, I will show you how to rig your toilet, what I usually do to kind of conserve on water in your toilet, because your toilet can be one of the biggest violators of, wasting money in your household. And then I'll come back to you and show you other ways to conserve money as far as water in your home with the other methods too. So I hope you enjoy. All right, so we are outside of the house, and make sure you check your water faucets outside and make sure there's no leak. So that is one place, and as you can see, there's no leakage, so we are good outside. All right, and when you're checking for leaks in your toilet, because I surprisingly found a leak, and leaks in the toilet can be very silent. They do not have a running sound. They can actually just drip without you knowing inside your bowl. So I have some food coloring. So to test to see if your toilets don't have leaks, just do a couple of drops inside of your tank. So you're going to put a couple of drops of food coloring into here. It's going to change the color. Choose any color, doesn't matter. Let it sit for about 30 minutes, okay? Do not flush your toilet, because what you're going to check and see if there's any leaks. If you have any leaks, the food coloring is going to come out into here, okay? Food coloring goes in here. If you have a leak, it's going to come out in there, and your water color is going to change. That means you've got a leak. That is going to cost you money. Hey everyone. Now we're in my bathroom, and so I'm going to show you how to conserve on your toilet water. So I have this diverter here, as you can see, this tool right here. You're going to install this on all of your toilets in your home, okay? And so this is going to divert water into the tank and also the bowl. So I'm going to show you how it really works. Using this is going to save you a half a gallon of water per flush. And that comes out to about $45 per year in savings for your family. And so this is what it looks like, and this is what I'm going to show you what it looks like here. Okay, here is the diverter. Now this tube right here in a normal toilet will be sitting right into there. And so when you flush, all of the water from the tube, which comes from this little thing here, goes straight into there. This diverter, as you can see, one of them is going into here, and three are coming out into the tank. And so it's going to fill up more of the water in the tank versus all of the water going into the bowl. So you're going to have a little bit going into the bowl and the rest of it coming to fill the tank. Okay, so I'm going to show you how it's going to work here. So I'm going to flush. See what's happening? So instead of all the water going into the bowl, you have some going into your bowl and tank at the same time. I also have this toilet tank bank, and it weighs down inside of the toilet, and that helps with conserving water. It raises the water level. You don't have to use this. I have this. I have a plastic. I have a couple of plastic water bottles. You can fill them up with gravel or sand and put them inside your tank. You can use a brick if you like. It's completely up to you, but I use this here. I'm going to slide over this a little bit. But this is an older tank. I'll be converting this pretty soon since I just moved in here. But this is working for now. But as you can see how it works? That's going to save you a half a gallon of water per flush. Okay? And it's very inexpensive. I got a 3-pack for less than like $8. Don't buy it in the store. You probably want to buy it online. And I'll have a link to where you can buy it. It'll be a redirect, so because sometimes the URLs are long and ugly. But anyway, the redirect is there. You can buy a 3-pack for like less than $10. So that is how I save on my water tank. All right, so I've showed you that you need to check for leaks. I've also showed you that you need to rig your toilet. The last thing I would recommend is contact your municipality and see what rebates they may offer for you to upgrade your old toilet to a new toilet to help conserve water, because some of them do offer some rebate programs, so that would be a good way also. Just to go over that shower head again, if you change the shower head to something that is going to conserve water, you're saving at least 750 gallons of water per year. So make sure you change your shower head, and also what I just showed you, make sure if you don't have the latest sink, just change the ends of it. They're very inexpensive. Okay, so the other thing too I'm going to go over, and don't forget the diverter, the little green thing you saw on the toilet, that saves $45 per year and half a gallon of water per flush. Okay. All right, so if you like taking baths, you may want to scale back or start taking showers, because each bath time is about 70 gallons of water that you're using. And believe it or not, hand washing can save you up to, I'm going to show you the technique I do to save on hand washing. But hand washing takes half a gallon of water. And if you think about it, you're like, gosh, that's a lot of water. So what I use is a water bottle. And this is water that I catch from, either the water running, clean water, of course, that was running from either the shower or from the sink, and I fill it up in here. And so general hand washing, I use it. And then after every use, I have a little Lysol wipe, and I wipe the little handle down to keep it clean. But that can, a few squirts of this. Now this size here of hand washing, I get that's like a week, maybe a week and a half worth of water. Now, I just told you, hand washing is half a gallon. This is not half a gallon, okay? And the kids use it. All you gotta do is just squirt, 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 squirt. Put your soap on, wash, 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 rinse, rinse, rinse with your water bottle. You'll be amazed. That right there, that technique right there, the hand washing, can save you some money. Also, brushing your teeth, believe it or not. Brushing your teeth, let's see how much that takes. 4 gallons of water. Now, the 4 gallons of water is if you're wetting it, you're brushing your teeth for 2 minutes, and the water's still going, and then you spit out. Even if you're just running the water and turning it on and off when you wet the thing, that's still about probably almost, I think it came out to a pint of water. Either way, that little toothbrush shouldn't have all that. So what I do, I have this little cup right here. I got this when there's a little Chinese spot that I like to eat at. Take this, clean it up really well, and it has a lid also that you can put on there. I put my fresh water on there, and when I got to brush the teeth, I take a spoon of the water out of there, wet the toothbrush, brush, 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 rinse it again with, you'd be amazed on those little techniques, and keep, and put a lid on it. Find something with a lid to keep it sanitized, making sure it's still clean water, nothing's floating in it and stuff like that. And it's clean water. It's water that's coming from the shower, which is what I wanted to go over with you. When you take a shower, it takes about a minute for the water to warm up. That water is going down the drain. You will be amazed how much water you can catch if you put a bucket under your running water while it's heating up and let all of that fresh water go into that bucket. Use that bucket of water to fill this little thing up and pour water into your tank every time you flush. If you use the water that is going down the drain that you would never see again and repurpose it and take it and use it with every flush, I mean, literally just take that thing off, pour the water in the tank, you will see a very significant drop in your water bill that month. You'll be like, oh my God, what in the ham and biscuits and eggs have I been doing all this time? But you have to be diligent about it. Because when you first start out, you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is so much work, whatever. But if your water bill is like a car note every single month, you need to be doing these techniques. You need to check for leaks. Check for leaks every year. These are techniques that you would need to take account of, okay? Also, just a little quirky things, making sure that when you're washing your clothes, try to do it at night. Hand washing them, you use more water than your dishwasher. Run that at night also. Also, run your dishwasher when you have a full load, not just, a couple of dishes and that's it. And soaking your dishes, water bottle, okay? Squirt, squirt, squirt. You'll save so much more water if you do that technique. These are techniques I use. And again, my water bill is $15 to like $22 a month. And that's it. Water bill should be the cheapest thing in your house, okay? What else I need to go over with you all? Let's see. Oh, make sure you minimize your shower time. I don't know if some of you like to just kind of like stay in there for 10 minutes. Keep it under 5 minutes or less, because if you keep your shower time 5 minutes or less, that saves you 1,000 gallons per month. I think it saves 1,000. Per month. Crazy, right? So when you start, because they calculate everything by by gallons also, but by per 100 cubic feet. Okay. So when you start adding up these 45, 25, I think one of them was $82. I know I wrote it down here. I think it was here it is. Flush less often. Now, if you could flush less often, you heard of mellow yellow? They call it mellow yellow. Yeah. So what they mean by that is if it's yellow, let it mellow. Meaning you ain't got to flush your toilet all the time. You can get poopery, which is, the little thing that you put in the toilet. It'll hide the scent because the scent will stay in the water and not rise out the water. You can do that. If you cut down your flushes by half, that saves a lot on your water bill. $82 a year just by cutting your flush time by half. So if you want to do it once a day, you'll start seeing a significant drop. Your toilet is your corporate, and you've got to find ways to not let that thing consume as much water. And like I said, if you combined the less flushes with the shower water, pouring it into your tank, making sure there's no leaks, you will see a big significant drop in your water bill. So I think that is everything we need to go over. I'll make sure I post this in a post for you all, so in case I come up with other things I can add to it. But those are some of the ways that I've conserved water every month that has helped my family. But the water bill honestly should be the cheapest thing in your household. And if you're paying $50, $60, $70, $80, $200 a month, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Sounds like there's leaks going on, pipes, something is going on, and that should not be happening. So I hope this helps. Sorry for the long video, but I wanted to make sure I got everything out in the open with you all. And I will be working on a video for you all later on how to conserve on your energy bill. Because again, energy bills I used to pay when I was single in the 30s, and I work from home, and so I burn up a lot more resources. My electricity bill is in between $70 to $75 a month.
So, and I use my energy throughout the day. So if you don't use your energy, you work and your bill is $100 to $200. Well, we're gonna have some tips on that too. I'll talk to you all soon.